And welcome everybody to the second race of the Illusion of Gaia Randomizer tournament. I'm Wildin, and I'm joined by...
Queen Andy. Sorry, I thought you were going to say my name before I talk. Hello,
Oh, no.
Wildin. Hi, it's been a while.
It's been quite a while. How have you been?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I am also good. So we're joined with the runners SO5Z and DontBaguMe. DontBaguMe is the creator of this randomizer. So this should be an exciting race, and SO5Z runs this multiple times a week. So I'm quite excited for what's going to be coming up.
Yeah, it's like the how do you say that? When the student gets better than the teacher. There's a saying for that.
When the student becomes the master.
Yes, exactly. Let's see if it happens today. I'm gonna see if our runners are ready.
And while Queenie's doing that, I will just explain a tiny bit of the game. So the objective is to collect, in this seed, it will be 3 mystic statues. They can choose any of the 6 mystic statues that they like. Doing this and rescuing Kara, who is trapped in a painting, will allow them to fight the last boss. And upon fighting the last boss, they will win. And with that, we're going to start them with their countdown.
They are ready. Let's go. Good luck to our runners and have fun. So this is our 5th year already of this tournament. Well then, 5 years.
It has flown by.
Oh my gosh. I started this thing 5 years ago to give this randomizer some love because I wanted it to be exposed because I loved it. And it was one of my favorite games when I was a child.
It was one of mine as well. I think that's how a lot of people got into this randomizer. And we're off. We have a Euro start. No special moves in the dark space.
Yeah, and it was going to be in a city because they have safe start. So safe starts means you can never start in a dungeon. Although it is possible if you pick another option. It is an option. Oh, and Bagu's pick his own sprite. Apparently it looks like him. But he's bald, so...
I was about to say, it looks like a bit more hair than I remember Bagu having, but...
Yep. But he says that's his personal sprite looking like him.
He should really be using solars at this point, I believe, but we'll leave that there.
So yeah, we start in Euro. We have lots of items in Euro. And 1 dark space to check, which had no move, as you said. Oh, first hint, very useful. Magic dust was in Angkor Wat.
Yes, that's a very good hint to have early because there are lots of very trolly locations that could be, and it is one of the items that you do need to finish the game. It is what you need to free Kara.
Yeah, who is Kara, Weldon?
She is a princess who acts like a princess. She likes everything done for her.
She is spoiled princess.
Very spoiled. Doesn't like fish.
And she gets turned into a painting. And as I always say, we should have just leave her as a painting, put her in the trunk, and go home. But no, we have to save her by throwing powder in her face, which is the magic dust. So this seed again, if you were here previously, is the same setting, 3 statues. So it's a player's choice. So that's interesting because we don't know what statues the players are going to pick, but they need 3 in order to be able to fight Dark Gaia. And they already got the apple to give to Anne. Anne is Neil's sister or cousin? I'm not sure.
Cousin, I do believe. No, it might be sister.
Anyways, you give her an apple and she gives you something back.
She does indeed. We have Zed dropping into Angkor Wat as his first check. At the moment, there is only 1 check he can do because you do need 2 of Will's Psycho's abilities to get to the second check. So you're locked out until you get those. And he's going to get 2 more red jewels. That means he will be up to 5 red jewels, so he will now be able to get the large roast off of the jeweler, which means he will be able to then get to Dao, which is on the last area of the world maps. So you have 4 separate world maps that all have different locations on. You do need special travel items to move between them. Some of the travel items only let you move between 2 of the maps, and then others will let you move between more. The large roast only lets you move from here to the last one. You feed one of the villagers in the natives village, and they will show you the way.
We are all interested to know what is the large roast, Walden.
I believe it is a yummy large roast leg of a yak.
And what animal is a yak?
It's a very good question.
It's sort of a kangaroo-ish.
I thought it was more like a deer or a moose.
But
That's
it
how I've always
jumps on
managed
2
them.
legs. Yeah, it would be like if a kangaroo had a baby with a deer.
Well, okay, that is a mental image.
There, we said it.
And we've just seen DontBaguMe pick up his large roast. And he's had Lance's letter as well, so he now also knows that Kara is in the diamond mine.
Yay! That means we will see
That's a very special place to have Kara, because due to how the palettes work and the character sprites, it means we won't have the usual labourers we have at the end of the diamond mine. We will have Samlet, which is a different coloured Hamlet the pig. Very exciting. We all like these seeds when they come up.
We'll get a blue pig. Oh, that's on the screen there. Oh, no, it's true. That's a croc. Oh, I'm confusing croc and yak.
Yes, we've had someone in chat tell us that apparently it is similar to a bison from East Asia, which would make a lot of sense.
Okay, so the thing we saw jumping was a croc, not a yak. Oh, I always thought since I was a kid we were eating that thing. Here, Bagu has to hit 10 snakes. Is he going in the pyramid? That's so hard when you go with so little health.
This is a very difficult check. You only get 1 item from this. You cannot have a will ability or any ability in this dark space because you need it to transform. And he'll get another red jewel for his efforts. While DontBaguMe has already found the will that lets him travel between Euro and Watermere, where he has the Angel Village dungeon and also the Great Wall dungeon. And he now also knows where his Psycho Slider ability is. Bagu is getting some quite good information quite early on in the race. Well, both of our runners will be.
We only just saw where Psycho Slider is. From the Kara's diarrhea.
Yes, Kara's diarrhea.
Diarrhea. I always say diarrhea. Diarrhea. Now, did you notice the leaf is there already now? When you arrive?
That isn't actually set up to be that. It's not set up to be that way, I don't believe. It's
no,
if you do the routing correct from coming out of the house you stay in, where you speak to Lance to get an item check. If the timings that you do the checks after that makes it line up so the leaf will be there when you get there.
But not anymore. It stays there waiting for you.
Really?
Yep, it's a new feature.
Ah, I missed that.
So you save time. That's really nice. Apologies. I do have a throat pain, so I cough a lot.
It's no worries. So where are we going to see people going now? I doubt we're going to see them go straight into Angel Village because the checks do take a long time. They aren't able to do the Angel Village dungeon without their Psycho Slider. So there's a good chance we won't see them go down there until later on in the game.
No, but they could have gone to Mew. They have one Statue of Hope.
They do. That also only opens up one additional dark space check for them, though. Which, again, is quite lengthy.
A death warp here? Maybe he wanted to refresh his HP.
Yeah, they're on very low HP for being in the Great Wall at the moment. I believe they can only take 1 hit. The second will kill them.
Yep. Very hard at this point to be there. So, if you've played this RPG, you know that it's linear. But in this rando, you can. Well, there's the feature open world. Otherwise, it's closed. But still, you need to go sometimes where usually you have lots of HP to go. Oh, and poor Z
I
taking another
believe
hit.
DontBaguMe has just missed an item check.
Oh, the chest.
I think he's missed a chest.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. And Z backing up. Maybe coming back later when he has more HP. Oh, oh, Baku missed the switch for 3 times.
Although I do think this is going to end up paying off for Bagu, sadly, because I may have a spoiler log open and I may know there was nothing in that chest.
Okay.
Or maybe a red jewel. So
They
it's
might
not going
need
to come
that
back to
red jewel.
They might. It shouldn't come back to punish him, but I'm definitely going to be telling him this when he joins the chat later on.
And don't forget to tell him he missed the switch 3 times. Okay, so
we
yeah,
do have Z doing his early dip into Mew. This isn't always the worst thing you can do because you need to put the Statue of Hope near the end anyway, and then you would Death Warp back to the start. So it's not too punishing to go and do one check. But Z has also found his second Hope statue.
I was gonna say, wow.
So now he has access to all of the checks here, bar one that needs Psycho Slider. Although it is very difficult to do all the checks within Mew this early on in the game. You definitely want either a bit more health or a few psychic abilities for Will to have. You have enemies that randomly appear that love to snipe you and kill you.
And there's also 2 dark space to check.
Yes, there are 2 dark spaces that can both have abilities. No, only one of them can have an ability. One of them needs to be a transformation dark space in the randomizer. A lot of them speedrunners don't transform into Freedom, but the way the game is meant to be played, you're meant to get Dark Friar to kill an enemy before you can progress. Although you can just sneakily attack it as well and then be able to run straight through it. Which is what you will probably see all the runners doing this weekend.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought that was only on hard or extreme.
No, so on Chaos mode, where you can have abilities in any dark space and have dungeons locked out, you might have an ability in the first dark space in Mew, but on a normal seed like this, it's only the second dark space that can have an ability.
Okay. And so Bagu going into Seaside Palace. It's a palace under the sea. Under the sea. And it's where the vampire sleeps.
They do indeed. Now, we haven't seen the just as I say it, we see the Purification Stone. So that means that DontBaguMe will be able to do all the checks now within... No, he won't. He's still missing the Lily check. He'll be able to do all but one check in Seaside Palace, so he's probably happy about that.
Yeah, so the stone... Okay, no. Story time. So the vampire, they turn all the people into enemies, and then you put the stone in the water fountain and they come back to life. And there's one that we call Buffy in the randomizer, and it gives you an item.
He is called Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer because he says that he was planning to kill the vampires himself, but he gives you the keys so you can go and do it instead. Such a nice guy.
And there's a woman and a man in this palace who say they fall in love with the vampire and they follow them. See? Never follow strangers.
Stranger danger. Good advice for everyone.
Yes, especially if they're vampires.
But how would you know if they were a vampire beforehand?
Apparently their skin glow on the sun. Okay, let's see Buffy. Oh, red jewel. Meh. Who knows? It might be the red jewel he needs.
Could be. So I would say that SO5Z is slightly ahead at this point. I think he has done more checks than DontBaguMe, and now he's done the first stage of Mew, which it appears DontBaguMe is about to go and do himself.
So Z has put down the second Ope statue, and then he went out of Mew. He didn't check the. There's 2 checks.
There's 2 more checks in another dark space. I'm
And
not
a
surprised he
dark space.
hasn't done that though. Without having either Psycho Slider or at least Spin Dash, those checks are very hard because once you've put when you put in the Hope statues, you get more of the randomly appearing enemies that like to snipe you, and there are a couple of sections that are incredibly difficult to get through, and especially at this stage in the game where he can only take 1 hit before dying, it would probably just constitute a death loop more than it would anything else. So I'm not surprised he's taken the option to not do that just yet.
Bagu is 1 hit away from dying.
He's near the end. I think he's got this.
Well, at least they know now where the slider is, so.
Well, they know it's in Mount Crest, but there are 3 separate dark spaces within Mount Crest that could be in. I may know which one, but I'm not going to tell.
I wonder where is he? Oh, is he going back to Great Village? The Great Wall? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Maybe it's there.
Solar Cell won the last round, Leonid. Very closely followed by Saborska. It was an incredibly close race.
We have a request that you act surprised when they found it. Well then.
I will definitely act surprised.
Oh, is he taking another death there? Yeah, still no means of leaving this continent to go somewhere where it might be easier the enemies to kill. It's a rough start. Let's be honest. When you start in this continent, oh, and Z taking not Z Bagu taking a death here again.
What is their way off this continent?
It would be finding Lola's letter. It's the only thing. Yeah, cause yeah. I was gonna say if you kills the bus number 6, but no, it brings you back to Dao. Okay, first dark space, and it has the Niente. Oh, good, Z made it. Good for him. Okay, so that just had a red jewel. They have like 20 red jewel and it's been only 17 minutes.
Oh, that's a very heavy red jewel seed for the start at least.
Let's see if Z missed the switch. Yay! Oh, that snake is so annoying there in the stairs. It tries to kill you. Oh! Taking an arrow to the face. Oh, Bagu get an herb.
Ah, okay. So Lola's letter is the 5th red jewel reward. They will need 24 red jewels to retrieve that from the jeweler.
Ah, okay.
So DontBaguMe might actually need that red jewel he missed in the Great Wall.
I don't know. Suborska said that he did it.
Oh, did
On
he?
him. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's going too fast for me. I'm not paying attention enough. Okay, so Z going to check that dark space. Let's see. Niente again. Okay, you cannot do anything in Crest until you have...
Spin dash.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was... Okay,
Yeah, there's
so...
nothing they can do with either Mount Crest or Angkor Wat at this point. Going to see another dark space check from DontBaguMe now. And it's not going to have anything, so he'll just take a heal and go and check out some more items in there.
There's one more check. It's probably a red jewel to complete the...
That would
amount
be
they need.
most likely.
Oh, Z got it! The amount he needed, so he's out of there. Whoa, Scar getting that ST, but okay. We don't need that though.
So the hints in this game, they will either tell you where a travel item is, an item that is needed to complete the seed, or it will tell you the item in a trolley location. So trolley locations, we have, say, Buffy's item, the item at the end of Mount Cress, the item behind Killer 6. Items required to finish the game will include magic dust. If you need certain items to find where Kara is, it will tell you. It could tell you one of those items. It could tell you where one of the abilities are, or it could tell you where travel items are. If I haven't said that. Or boss items. So in a player's choice seed like this, where they can choose which bosses they want to kill, that does mean it could tell you where any boss item is. So they have quite a big bank of potential hints for this seed. So I think they've actually been quite lucky with the ones they've received.
Yep, and while we were talking, Z found the crystal ring.
That means once he's freed Kara and has the aura, which lets him turn into Shadow, he will have access to early Firebird. Firebird being an ability in the original game you only get to fight the last boss with. But they've turned it into an ability you can unlock for Shadow in the Randomizer, which is quite fun. Quite an overpowered ability.
And
You
it
don't
also
normally get
gives-
it till quite late.
It gives him access also to the bus in Babel, if you want that statue. But it's long. It's very long. Let's be honest.
Well, you only need the aura for that, but it is yeah. You can also get that mystic statue from collecting all the red jewels and then going through the bonus secret dungeon and beating the secret boss, Solid Arm, which was the final boss from Soul Blazer, I believe.
But the first bus.
Oh, the first boss.
Yeah. It just reused the same sprite. They ran out of money. Yeah, because if you know, this series was made by Quintet. Quintet, who actually also made Soul Blazer, Tyranigma, and ActRaiser.
And we've just found Z with the memory melody. I believe that means he now has open world. Well, he had open world already with Lola's letter thinking about it, but now he has more convenient and quicker ways for travelling around, so he'll be very happy to have seen that.
It gives him access to Babel, which he didn't have before.
It does indeed.
Oh,
Does
wow,
indeed.
there was 2 mushroom drops in the...
They're not
Yeah.
items they're going to be happy to have found. Although with 2 mushroom drops, that does mean once they have their spin dash, they will have access to all of the dark spaces within Cress. So we might see them beeline to Cress once they have their spin dash, so they can go and make those checks. We'll have to see.
Yeah, if you just see also on this screen, maybe Bagu's gonna do it soon also, because they're following each other. You don't need to go up a ramp to swing to the other side. There's a little glitch. You just poke your sword in the middle of a jump and it will push you back.
Yeah, you can jump over the ramps if you very carefully time a jump.
And
Not too
yay!
difficult to do in this version, but if you have the randomizer where you are playing fluteless, it is a frame perfect trick and not very fun to perform.
And Z just found his spin dash. I don't know what I would do at this point. Would I go out as 2 mushroom drops? Z's the kind of guy to go for it.
Oh, and DontBaguMe has found his spin dash. Oh, Z also found his spin dash. I missed it.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Sorry.
Are we married and you're not listening to me?
Pardon?
I said, are we married and you're not listening to me already?
So I wonder what we're going to see them do when they finish their... Forgot the name of the dungeon for a second. Sky Garden. I wonder if we're going to see them head back to Crest so they can get that Psycho Slider. I know I would be quite anxious to get it because not only does it make some dungeons easier, it gives them access to some new ones.
So right now the only move they would be looking for is Friar.
Yeah, maybe... I mean, there are some niche uses. If they got Aura Barrier, it would unlock one extra check for them here in Sky Garden. And if they get Earthquaker, it would open up Anchor Watt for them once they had their Spin Dash and Psycho Slider.
I would just like to point out one thing that always impressed me. DontBaguMe is playing on the keyboard.
That doesn't overly impress me. Once you get used to it, it can be a lot easier to perform some tricks that you need to be frame perfect on, such as freak dashes. They're so much easier on a keyboard compared to a controller.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. Me, I played this as a child so often with controller. Woof, changing right now at my age. I don't know. I'm impressed.
When I first started running this game, I had no way of streaming with my console. So I used to play this on keyboard. I haven't done that in well over 10 years, so I definitely wouldn't be able to now.
And I believe he's the only one that's doing that on keyboard. But yeah, as we said, this randomizer was made possible by DontBaguMe, who is running right now. And he knows the logic behind all of his seeds. But Z plays this so much, like almost every day.
Definitely multiple times a week.
Yep. So
At this point, I think Z may be more practiced and understand the logic of the game a bit more than DontBaguMe. But we'll see.
yeah.
It's still a very tight race. Z still only slightly ahead, I would say. Anyone's game for the taking. Oh no, is DontBaguMe slightly ahead of Z now? I think he is.
Yeah, I was checking. They have all the same items. The only thing is that Bagu is tracking manually because he had some problems. So
We don't know
hopefully
exactly how many red jewels he's on, which can also be quite a good way of determining who has the edge. So we will have to try and make a note the next time we see him in... with speaking to the jeweler. I
Let's
remember
see
words.
what the move that they got here.
I'm guessing Earthquaker. Oh, Aura Barrier. That means he gets one additional check if he goes back to Sky Garden early. I can't imagine he will bother going back and doing all of that just for one check, but we will see. Interesting that he's taking a Death Warp back. He might be worried that there is a... No, he's not checking the back of Diamond Mine. Even though he can.
Yes, but we know that Slider is in Crest, so there's no point anymore.
Doesn't mean Dark Friar can't be at the back.
Oh, right. Oh, what am I saying? Yeah, so, true.
And there's still an item to check back there that we don't know what it is.
True, they have a slide. They have spin dash to check it. Okay. Well, Z's going to show us what's there, anyways. So yeah, at the back of a diamond mine, there's 2 dark space, and you need to be willed for one. So hopefully, unless it's like the worst thing that could happen right now is that the first one has Earthquaker.
Oh,
then
that
we would,
then he
yeah,
would have to death walk back to being Will.
yes,
And he'd have to go the whole way through to check that last dark space.
and the item with
I
slides.
really, really hope that doesn't happen to Z, but I will have a quiet laugh to myself if it does.
Meanwhile, there was a red jewel in the Moon Tribe. Ah, okay, phew. Z is safe.
Yeah, Z's safe. I'm so happy for him.
Fun thing also, if you notice on Bagu's inventory, it's now full, so there's only a limited space. So you'll need to get rid of some items soon.
I expect he still has some red jewels in there. Oh, Z getting another freedom ability. What one is it?
Yeah.
Z has found his Dark Friar.
But will
That
he
is big.
Will he come back for that single item? Because now he's.
I believe he will.
Yeah.
There'd be no reason not to get that item.
Yeah, no, he can go back.
That's huge. Z finding his Dark Friar. He can still find the item as Freedom. He can kill the worm with Friar and then just run across.
So focused on spin dash.
That's a huge find for Z with DontBaguMe noping out of Diamond Mine when he did.
Also, something you just saw there is that Z killed the enemy and pressed select, because this way, even though the animation is not finished, you can still go ahead in where the fence was. It's like this for every animation that opens a way. You press select and you go back immediately and the way is open.
Known within the community as orb cancelling. DontBaguMe getting a hint in
I saw Shrubber has aura.
Shrubber has aura, yeah. So that's going to be back in Angkor Wat. So I feel like at this point, Bagu will be thinking he should be getting his spin dash and then going to get his aura, because that will open up the pyramid for him and a nicer transformation that does a bit more damage than Freedom or will do.
Shrubber is the name of the little bush where there's an item under it, and usually it's the vanilla black glasses that's there.
Yes.
Is he going to Babel? Let's see.
So
get the first item.
DontBaguMe also has his Lola's Melody. We'll see him check Itery Village.
He found the necklace also.
Oh, he found the necklace. That means he has access to...
It was in the prison.
I think he might also have the prison key. Or maybe not, actually. Z doesn't have it. Maybe he just went to Lily just in case the prison key was going to be in prison.
I knew Z was gonna go there early.
Well, once he's got his... now he's got his Dark Friar. Once he has his Psycho Slider, it's a very open map for him. I'm not sure if he knows where his aura is yet.
No, it didn't go there yet.
So, we don't have Psycho Slider in the first dark space. That's only 2 left to check.
I can do a lot of it because it has 2 mushroom drop as well, so might as well check all the items while you're there.
Well, you can't check the last one, but...
No, but still.
We may get a hint of what is at the end. so he may know that he doesn't need to. Or later in the game, he might know he doesn't need to. Normally, if you do this, that would be one of the last checks you make in the game. Because it's a long way to run for such a single check, it would be a last resort.
We were saying offline that 75% of the seed Kara is there. So Kara in the vanilla game, she is in Angel Village in her painting. In the randomizer, there's 5 places she can be. She can be at the back of Angkor Wat, the back of Cress, the end of the prison, Edward's prison, Diamond Mine, and I'm missing one.
Angkor Wat, Mount
No,
Cress, Diamond Mine, and Angel Village are the 4 locations that she could be. Any of the minor dungeons that do not have a boss at the end of them.
There's 4 places? I thought it was 5. Okay.
Prison, Mine, Angel Village, Angkor Wat, or Cress. Yeah, prison. Sorry, I thought I'd said prison. Sorry, Saborska.
But anyways, we were just saying that if you roll like 10 seed, like 7 of them, she will be in Crest.
Z is going to be cursing my name right now, seeing that Psycho Slider is in the final dark space. And we see DontBaguMe has also entered his Mount Crest to get his Psycho Slider. Although he doesn't have his Friar yet, he doesn't realise that he's missed it in Diamond Mine.
Oh,
so we will see him pick up his Earthquaker, because he might be still wondering if that's his Friar or not.
Oh, and then deception. Interesting. You took an herb there instead of waiting to heal there.
Without the end being Apocalypse Gaia, you do have a bit more freedom to use your herbs. Especially with him now knowing where critical items are, he knows that he won't need to do Killer 6. Even if that has a boss item on, he will have access to different bosses. So knowing where his aura and his magic dust is, he knows it's not going to be, well, he has a good idea that it's not going to be needed. You could have one of the mine keys there, but it's unlikely at this point. You do also know that the seed has been vetted, so there shouldn't be any critical items in too trolly of a location. Solar Cell in the stream chat making me blush over here.
Winner of the previous race.
He was indeed.
The winner today of this race and will face Solar Cell, I believe, tomorrow.
Yep, they will go straight through to the final tomorrow. The runner-up of this race will enter the runners-up race against Saborska tomorrow, and I believe the winner of that race will also go into the grand final. Oh, and DontBaguMe taking a death. Very unfortunate.
There's so much lag at this place. It's unbelievable. It's one of the worst places in the game, actually, this place.
Z has now checked his last dark space, and he does have his slider. He must be feeling very happy at this point in the seed, having open world, all the abilities he needs to finish off the seed. He knows where his magic dust is, so it's just a case of finding the boss items.
Okay, so there he is. He checked all he could in there. He's gonna death warp.
Be interested to see where he goes to next. Have a feeling it might be Angkor Wat, but yep, straight into Angkor Wat.
They still need 3 keys to get to Kara as well, so that's a pain.
That is.
We must
already be thinking of where they're going to be.
We might be seeing a seed where they go everywhere. Surely Pyramid will gonna have something. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember where Bagu found that, but he has the diamond block, which Z doesn't have.
I think that may have been found in prison. Yeah, Hamlet had the diamond block.
Oh, okay. Will you be commentating tomorrow?
I do not believe so. Sadly, I have work in the evening, working a night shift. But I will definitely be watching it on a second screen without my manager knowing.
I hope he's not listening. So I think Bagu noped out of Cress. I think he wasn't done.
Well, he's got his Psycho Slider,
Yeah,
so he's
but
got the important ability. Now, we see him go to Angel Village because he cannot go into what yet, because he has not found his Dark Friar. I mean, he could still go into Angkor Wat, he just can't finish it. So, DontBaguMe is on 34 red jewels. Oh, and Z finds the elevator key. That opens up 2 more checks in Diamond Mine, and then only 2 more keys needed to rescue Kara and find the final item off of Samler.
yes, so at this point, he could fight the boss of Great Wall.
Could indeed. That's one of his mystic statues. They will be needing 42 red jewels if they would like to go to the secret dungeon and fight Solid Arm. Ah, Bagu has Earthquaker, so he could. Yes, he could. You're so right, Saborska. I always forget that you can use Earthquaker to do Earthquaker skip. It is definitely a character flaw of mine.
Who does that the vanilla way?
I mean, it was so long since I'd played the vanilla game and I'd only speedrun it or played the randomizer, it just completely forgot. It just forgot. There definitely wasn't a race I had where I thought that I was locked out of the entire seed because I couldn't do Angkor Wat. Then I had Earthquaker. People definitely don't still remind me of that occasion.
Oh, poor Walden. Okay, well, since we're talking about it, that's the skip. See, so he didn't use Earthquake, he just used Dark Friar, which is not what you should do in the vanilla game. They don't expect you to do that.
So you can only do the way that SO5Z did that in the randomizer because you need both of the Dark Friar upgrades to be able to do it, which you would not normally have at this point in... Well, in the speedrun you would never get it because you wouldn't collect enough red jewels to obtain the upgrades. But it is a nice little time-saving trick you can do in the randomizer.
Okay, so we just saw that Moncrest has a Rama statue in the end, the last check.
So they might be thinking about doing that, seeing as they already have both of their Hope statues. Z has Slider. That could be a nice check if he finds the other. That could be a nice boss if he finds the other Rama statue, considering he knows he's about to get his aura fairly soon.
Also, nice to remind the people that in this rando, the hints in the room are randomized versus the vanilla game where it's always the same thing. In this dungeon, the one on Bagu's screen.
Yes, they have updated the Spot the Difference puzzles, although there are only a few more different options, so people who play the game regularly know exactly what to look for.
And don't do like me, the race before, I tried 3 times for one. I was ashamed. Shame. Shame. Oh, okay.
And
so,
Z has found his aura.
in the shrubber.
We knew it was going to be there, but he must still be happy to have it.
Zebush as the aura.
We'll now see Z do the Dark Glasses skip, where he will have memorized this room to be able to run through it, because it will just be as you can see, white, with crystals and enemies floating around. Expertly navigated to the item check. He will get his first hieroglyphic tile. Now, I know Z really doesn't like the Mummy Queen fight, so he'll be hoping he doesn't find many more of them and he gets a different boss that he can do instead. DontBaguMe is playing his memory melody. I wonder if he's going to check Babel. He might be thinking his... Oh no, he knows the slider isn't there. It's Darkfire he's missing. There are still 2 item checks he could do in Babel, but no, he's gone to Dow.
The black glasses, they show you the way, but in the speedrun also, we never pick them up. That's why the runners know it. I think Z runs the vanilla game, right? He speedruns it?
He has done.
Yeah, and Bagu as well, so they know it.
And Z picking up his magic dust.
Magic dust. So he's 2 keys away from Kara. And he can do 1 bus. Yeah, only 1 bus so far. He's missing quite a few items. And poor Bagu is missing his
He could
Fryer.
do 2 bosses, actually. He can do Sandfanger and he can do the boss rush at Babel, if he wants to.
True. He has Aura now. But yeah, so if you miss the beginning of the seed, Bagu noped out of the
Diamond Mine. He didn't do the last 2 dark space checks or item check at the back, which has really come back to bite him.
Darkfire was there. I didn't notice before, but the Father's Journal was there. So in the vanilla game, the tile to go fight Mummy Queen, they're always at the same position. In this rando, they're randomized, and you need to find your Father's Journal to know where they are.
The order of the tiles, yep.
Yep.
It does also tell you in the vanilla game. However, as Queenie rightly said, it doesn't change in the vanilla game, but it is randomized in the randomizer. Gotta keep people guessing. DontBaguMe is back in South Cape. I wonder what check he's going for now.
Probably Diamond Block, he has it.
Does indeed.
Yeah, I was right. What did I win?
I think he will also have the Wind Melody. So he might be thinking he'll check the dark space at the end to see if his Fryer is there. Probably be his reasoning for going in right now, I would imagine. Although I don't think he has that many dungeons with a lot of item checks left. Though he still has been into his Anchor Wat, which I think I'd be thinking about right now, even without my Fryer, because he does have his Earthquaker.
For one tiny second, I'm like, wait, what statue do you need? Oh no, it's player's choice. That's also a new feature. It used to be you need to talk to the school teacher and he would tell you what statue you need to finish your seed, but now it's either the game choice or your own choice. So this one is your player's choice, so they can do anything they want as long as it's 3.
Yeah, and it's very nice having player's choice for races like this especially, because you might see very different routes from the runners, and it could pay off differently for them, depending on what boss items they get, where they go, and what bosses they want to fight. So it definitely opens up more possibilities for excitement.
So, but we didn't do the Z ladder skip there. I don't know if it's because he doesn't know it.
No, he knows it. It's just there is more checks he can do over here that he will want to do first.
Did you see how beautiful that was? He made the guy walk towards the tile, not lose time.
It's a lovely bit of tech.
Beautiful.
Only really relevant for the randomizer though, because you wouldn't... Oh wait. No, you don't come here in the vanilla game. This is where you get Wind Melody in the vanilla game, which if you don't know, you can just stand on the correct tile and it will still open the door whether you've played it or not. However, the Wind Melody is a required item within the randomizer because, as with everything else, the correct tile you need to stand on is randomized. And the only way to find out which it is by Playing the melody. DontBagu taking this time listening to the wind melody to put a few more items in his tracker.
It went so fast I didn't see what it was. Did you see?
No, but I can tell you.
I didn't see it.
It was a herb. Singing statue had a herb.
Okay, thank you. I was checking it, but it went so fast I couldn't read. Okay, let's see. Now you have one check over here.
And another herb for Bagu. We will see him do the Z ladder after this, I do believe. Yeah, setting himself up for it.
So this lets you skip a part of the dungeon, and it was found by Z actually, the runner right now, SO5Z.
It's a very lucky glitch. So once you glitch into the ladder like that, you can't get off of it again without a ladder exit point. But as it takes you over the loading zone for the door, it means you get to progress. An excellent skip that does save a good bit of time in the vanilla game as well. Z entering his prison, so he will find his diamond block momentarily. Doesn't have his prison key, so he will have to warp out back to Euro.
Yeah, that's that's the only downside of this part is it brings you back to your... Actually, any save point, you can go back to your starting point, your starting save point. And when sometimes it's far like this, it sucks.
Yeah, luckily Z has all of his travel options available to him, so it shouldn't take him very long to get back to the dungeon he wants to be in. Maybe we'll see him go and do Angel Village while he's around here on the continent. Nope, back to Great Wall. I think we're going to see our first boss fight.
I hope him the same RNG I had earlier. I had like 3 eggs back to back to start.
Every speedrunner's dream.
Yep, you like to see that. So they won't show it in this, but... Oh,
Bagu has his 42 red jewels already.
Okay, interesting.
So we're going to see 2 boss fights very close to each other. This is quite a hard dungeon to do at this point in the game. These are the hardest hitting enemies you can fight. And he won't be able to take many hits from them at all. But there is one item check in here with a boss at the end, which will give him access to his Statue 6.
Oh, did you see how much HP lost there? Ouch.
Basically all of it. He's down to 3 HP already. I expect we'll see some safe strats utilising his spin dash ability. Oh, no.
This is very hard to do at this point in the game. At least now it's open, so like there's progress there. Oof, shooey.
Sporska is talking about SO5Z wanting his stat upgrades before going into Pyramid. For a minute I thought he was talking about DontBaguMe, and I was about to say you don't get any stat upgrades for killing Solid Arm, but Z absolutely will for killing his Sandfanger. Which is also a boss that DontBaguMe has not got access to yet without his Dark Friar.
Lots of lag in that place too. We always forget about this, but this place...
So many enemy sprites, so many different attacks that are being sent out. Horrible dungeon. Horrible dungeon to play. We will get to see what the item check is now, though.
My butt is clenched.
And he's got a crystal ball for his trouble.
Okay, okay. It's only his second one, though.
It might be his third.
Oh, okay. So, coming up, Solid Arm, as we talked earlier, vanilla boss of Soul Blazer, the first one. There's a strat here that make it so easy. When we were a kid, we used to cry over this boss, but hopefully you'll get it first try. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, and you should be in a tile. Well, you'll never get hit.
This was a strategy found by an amazing speedrunner of this game. I believe he still has a few of the world records.
Yep.
That was found by Mr. Free. He not only found that pixel to stand on, he found that way of item buffering using charging and ability to get to the perfect pixel. Something speedrunners have thanked him for a long time now.
And Z fighting his own boss on the other side. So far, I saw only one egg, but I was checking 2 eggs.
There's another egg, right as you said that?
Yep. I don't know if it's his second or third.
Yeah, I was too busy watching DontBaguMe with his solid arm kill as well. And we will see our first Mystic statue of the game.
So yeah, after fighting Solid Arm, you go to the top of Pyramid of Babel, where you have to go talk to your dad's rest? Your dad's rest? How do you say it? It's called?
Remains.
Remains, thank you. Cause I'm laughing because I always go like, yeah, I fought it. And then I go out and forget to go get the statue. I've done that so often.
I may have forgotten to get the statue after Castroff before. Very embarrassing.
So yeah, you have to go check your dad's remain, and then you get a statue. And then it brings you back to Dao. Okay, so each player has one statue. Very different ones.
We are now seeing DontBaguMe do his ankle walk. He is going to be running out of checks now without his Dark Friar, so he's probably thinking he wants his aura, because that will open up the pyramid to him, which does have a lot of item checks in. I think there's about 10 in total in the pyramid.
Is it 12? I'm not sure. I think it's more than 10. Yeah, okay, it's 12, yeah.
Yeah, 12. So that's probably going to be where DontBaguMe wants to be going. Hence he's in his ankle walk. I wonder when he's going to have the revelation that he should go back to Diamond Mine, because he's very quickly running out of dark spaces he can check. Unless he's thinking the seed has been really trolly and he needs his early Firebird to get to the dark space in Ankle Wat.
But you need 3 keys to get to Kara. Plus
That's
finding...
very true.
It's... nah. And like the aura and the crystal ring. Nah. It's too much.
I do wonder when he's going to go back to see his diamond mine. I mean, he does have his crystal ring already, and he knows Aura's in here. He's got his elevator key, so it'd only be 2 keys away.
Okay, that's what I was like, see, I think he's... Because... So, room 2, you need Dark Friar. And the dark space there, he got Spin Dash. So he had to go to another dark space to get Frieden. Now, can we take a moment to talk about Frieden's hair? Since we have it both on screen.
It is very luscious, blonde, straight hair.
We all want his hairdresser. Look at that. Never out of place, always perfect. Shout out to Frieden's hairdresser. You have long blondes look like that, Walden.
It's a bit of a dirtier blonde. It's definitely a bit darker than that, but it's probably a similar length. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
So Bagu didn't have his wind melody to check the end dark space in Incan Ruins. So he found it in Angkor Wat. Interesting.
There was Inca statue at the end of room 2 for Z.
That's a nice get. He's only one item away from being able to fight Castoff now. And he must also be able to fight... he must also be close to being able to fight Solid Arm if he can't already. That means Z is only 2 keys away from... Well, he's not many items away from Go Mode. 3 items away, I would say. I reckon he's got 4 red jewels in his inventory he hasn't used yet.
Yes, either this or the bus rush. Wait, didn't we get an hint that the end of Crest at the other Inca statue? Or Rama statue? It has one of these.
I think it was a Rama statue.
Okay.
I can tell you, hold on. It is a Rama statue, yeah.
Yeah, we saw it. Okay, oh, that sucks though. So statue 3 is kind of far to reach.
Yeah, especially considering we don't know where the other Rama statue is yet. Well, I do, but once again, I'm not telling.
And only 2 crystal ball for statue 2.
Oh, Bagu's found his third
yeah.
crystal ball. That was in Mansion. Secret dungeon for Solidar.
And there's one here, I believe, where he's going right now. Oh, that's such a sucky.
By the time you get to the end of Angkor Wat, chances are you already have been to all the hint locations, or the majority of them. There is not a very good chance of getting a useful hint from Angkor Wat.
I believe... Okay, so as we said, Bagu is manually tracking. I think there was a crystal ball in here, so maybe he just didn't put it yet. But he might have 4 crystal ball. The chest we call the Forgotten Chest. Wasn't that the crystal ball?
I don't remember. Hold on. No, Forgotten Chest was the magic dust.
Oh, okay, my bad.
There is no there's no crystal ball in Angkor Wat.
Okay. Oh, Z's going into the pyramid. And he has much better stats now to deal with. More health, more strength, more defense.
Yeah, 2 defense points, 13 health. I think he can tank 2 hits, maybe? Before he dies?
He can tank. That's funny. Never heard that before.
That probably comes from my World of Warcraft days, which
I
are
love it.
current. Probably
Okay,
blasphemy to talk about World of Warcraft in a Final Fantasy Twitch channel, so we'll just gloss over that.
Shadow, made of liquid.
Made of light, I believe.
Looks like water dropped me. We always start by room 5 because we need shadow, and then you need to death warp, so you'll lose shadow anyway. So here you sink into the floor. Yeah, so first item in row 5 here, you sink. That's why you need shadow. You get that chest, and then you sink down again. Oh, okay, no, never mind. You get out.
You have to the only way you can get out of there is to teleport back to the top. And Z's handling his father's journal, and his tracker will now tell him what the combination is to put in the hieroglyphs.
And that makes
which Z has put the first 2 in the right order, just in case he does have to kill Mummy Queen. But it is very unlikely at this point, because he still needs another 4 tiles before he can do that. Now going back into room 5 to finish off that check.
I get confused with room 2. It's room 2 that you get the items back to back.
Yes, it is.
Z is just on his tail. Bagumi is just on Z's tail.
Well, on his tail for the pyramid, I think Z is massively ahead in the race at this point.
Oh yeah, I just meant in part of where they are right now. You don't need Fryer for this. No, you don't.
No, you don't need Fryer for anything in Anchor What Pyramid?
You need Spin Dash and they both have it, so it's 100% open for them.
Yeah, you need Aura and you need Spin Dash, and then you can do everything in here. Even do Killer 6 if you're brave enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think they'll do it? Oh! Okay, here's statue 1 for Z. He has everything.
It means he's just 2 Mind Keys away from being able to finish at this point. He can do all of his boss fights.
Oh, that would be precious. A key on the gold ship.
I can dream. I can dream.
Does he know you did the seed?
Z asked me to vet the seeds.
And here's a lost friendship.
No, it would have been a lost friendship if he'd lost. I'm fairly certain at this point he's going to win. Although, actually, what does DontBaguMe have access to? Because maybe he'll be able to finish this without Dark Fryer.
I was going to say, like, hear me out. If both keys are here, there's a fair chance Dark Fryer was not needed.
Yeah.
You'll get Kara and the Firebird.
He won't be able to kill... He won't be able to go and kill his Sandfanger for a statue.
But no, you can use the Firebird if he has it.
Can. You're absolutely right. He also might be able to find his last crystal ball as well, which would be a quicker boss kill than Fanger. Yeah, this race can go either way again. This is quite interesting.
It all depends where the Mind Keys are. Oh, beautifully done here. They were all aligned.
No. He mistimed it. He got hit.
I take back what I said. Not beautifully done.
Oh! My way for Z.
Come on, both keys, be here.
One item. Is it one item from Go mode?
Yes.
Most probably. I think he must have his 42 red jewels by now.
Other key for Bagu. Yeah,
and Mind Key B for Z.
Yes! Woo! He's in Go mode.
He might not be. He's deft walked back instead of going to the top. He might be going back to do more checks. Oh no, he's gone to the dark space.
Okay.
There we go, he's walked out.
But yeah, so Bagu will probably be able to finish without Fryer.
Yeah, I do believe that will be the case. Although he is still doing more checks in the pyramid. We have Z running to his Inca Ruins, I would assume, so he can go and do his cast-off kill.
Yeah, he just equipped the diamond blocks. And no more checks, so that's faster. Oh, check where Bagu is. Oh, never mind.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, poor Bagu. If you jump twice there, the floor crack opens. And it opens the way. I didn't know that when I was a kid. I only found out when I started playing the randomizer.
So no speedrunners knew about it until the randomizer. It was only when Bagu was looking through the various maps for all the different levels when he was creating it but he saw that there was a tunnel there that linked up the 2 bits you needed to get to. And that's when it became mainstream knowledge that that was possible. This room used to have to be done as Shadow, if you see early runs of this game.
Here too, look. It's gonna happen again. Yep. That one also, nobody knew about it.
Maybe Z doesn't have enough red jewels because he still seems to be doing some checks here in Incan Ruins.
Bagu's inventory is full and there's like nothing he can get rid of.
What was the item?
It's a prison key. Oh
Ooh.
no!
What did he throw?
He threw away all his herb. Ouch.
That is a painful one.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna have to go up and put down the journal and the...
He'll be kicking
Paragraph?
himself for not having done that earlier.
Is he going to get Kara? Probably. Yeah.
It appears so. Because then he will have access to his early Firebird, so he will not need his Friar at all at that point.
Yeah, so he'll have statue 4. But he's still missing access to another statue. Yep.
Did not complete all the checks in Pyramid that Z did. Although he might have... Did he get his other statue from Pyramid? No, he's only got one.
Maybe that...
Oh no, he got the one from Pyramid. He hasn't got the other one that Z's found.
Maybe here there's a crystal ball. If he has a crystal ball there, he's go mode as well. Let's see what's there. Ew.
You know what? I'm not going to tell you. It can be a surprise.
Wait! No, Bagu! Where are you going? Oh, because it's gonna death warp. Okay, makes sense. Oh, say hello to Samlet! Oh!
And there is his final crystal ball.
He's in go mode. They're
Bagu
both
is now
in go mode
also
right
in
now.
go mode.
Oof. Oof. Such a different play they did.
Yeah, this is going to be a very close seed. I was not expecting it after Bagu missed his Dark Friar, but he's made it work. I still think Z has a slight edge over him, but it's not very big anymore. It can go either way.
I'm not sure if it's close, Fico, but... Okay, so bus 4, you reach it quite fast?
But it's quite a slow kill.
Yes.
Because he has to go and change back into... Oh no, he doesn't have to change into Will at all. He just goes straight to the boss. It's a slow kill though. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Z does have to do all of Jeweler's Mansion, but it is a quick boss kill once he's done it.
It's either this or Babel. We'll see who he does.
Oh, there's no way he'll do Babel. If he does Babel, then it is Bagu's race.
They have so little help for Mansion. I have no idea who's gonna... Do you want to bet?
I would put my money on SO5Z right now.
I don't even know who I would put my money on.
SO5Z already with his second statue. Just one left to go. Sporsker also raises a very good point. If he does his Samlet next, he will get his crystal ball, which I think is highly likely. And that will be a quicker kill than...
Bagu died! No!
He's using those American strats, isn't he?
I was checking Z fighting his boss fight. I missed the death on Bagu. No, it's okay, Suborska. I died like 4 or 5 times to Vamp as well.
It is a very hard fight as well, though. I mean, easier than doing it as Frieden, but you didn't take the easy route, and we all applauded you
It
for that.
doesn't have any more herb. He threw them all away.
Did. Although he's now got his kill, he also has his second Rama statue. Z is on the second continent. Are we going to see him go and rescue Kara now? It would make sense for him too. He is indeed.
And Bagu going to Great Wall. Ooh. I don't know, well then.
This is very close. This is really close.
Yeah, I hope that Z's gonna pick up the crystal ball, because he could say like, oh no, it was the pig who had the ball. Who had the ball? The pig or the check? Okay, no, because I was like, if he just rescued Kara and goes out without checking, and he missed the crystal ball, and then he does the mansion, then yes, he lost the race. But come on, pick it up. Yes, okay. Oh no, that's only his third one? No. Why does the tracker say 3? Well then, hold my hand, I'm scared.
It's incredibly close.
Hold my hand. Does he not have a fourth one? See?
I don't think he does. His auto tracker works.
Oh. Hey, look at Bagu killing it. We rarely see this. Check it out, chat. We never see this. Using Firebird to kill.
I honestly think if Z hasn't got the 4th crystal ball, that we've just seen Bagu take the lead.
Okay, he's going. Wait, you needed 42 jewels, right?
I don't know if he has any in his inventory. He
No.
must not go into Angel Village.
Yeah.
Oh no, Z.
Oh, poor Z.
Maybe we gave him the commentator's curse.
You did. I kept saying I wasn't sure who was ahead.
It's a we. We're both the commentators.
Don't drag me into this.
DontBaguMe now fighting his 3rd boss.
Yeah, so this boss can be fast or very slow, depending on how many eggs you get. So, let's just say that tomorrow is gonna be the finals and the semi-finals. I have no idea what time. I think that's noon, is it?
I would have to check the schedule. The schedule doesn't even have my time zone on it.
No. But yeah, I believe it's either noon or 1, so we'll see Solar for sure and Subahaska.
We'll definitely see DontBaguMe and SO5Z as well. It just depends in which races.
Yep. Oh, that's true. They're both moving on to tomorrow. I'm the only one that's out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'll get to enjoy my birthday.
With that delicious cake that Solar's going to bake for you.
He's going to make me a snail pie. Or a shelf cake from Lance and Lily.
Wonder how long that's been sat there.
And the vanilla game, they take out the cake from the shelf, and I'm like, ew, how long was that cake there? Not even cold or anything.
So we're now going to see DontBaguMe teleport to the last boss.
Yeah, and Z is probably gonna.
Z still needs a Mystic statue. He's got his red jewels now, but
Yeah, he's
still got to do Mansion, and he's still. That's where his last crystal ball was. It was in Mansion.
Oh, right. I can't believe this, that opting out of Dark Friars made him win.
Well, it meant he did Angel Village Dungeon a lot earlier, and that had 5 red jewels in. So I think that just gave him the edge, being able to do Solid Arm.
Yeah. Okay, so final boss fight. It's a big planet hurt with acid rain. The face on it.
So this is a giant comet, which in the vanilla game, it's the light of this comet that is causing things to evolve into the monsters you see now. So by destroying this comet, you are also getting rid of the monsters, or at least the ability for new monsters to be created.
I was about to yell, Z, take an herb, take an herb!
So this boss fight can be quite interesting in the randomizer. There was found in the code trappings to make 2 extra phases for the boss that are not present in the vanilla game. Some of the programmers, I believe it was Raven's O.
Let's see, Z has the trick again.
I believe he will.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. He got it.
There he is. So yeah, I believe it was Raven O who found it. So there is also what's called Apocalypse Gaia that you can optionally fight in the randomizer. The last 2 phases get increasingly more difficult. And on the last phase, the music even speeds up to induce that anxiety and panic in you while you're fighting it. Very, very difficult fight, but if anyone enjoys it, I would definitely urge you to go and try it.
I always thought that the face had a mustache. Like, there's the mouth and the mustache. Apparently, it's a girl. The face.
Huh.
Do you see the mustache as well?
I can see the mustache. It's the white bits. The little white lines next to the nose. But I thought it was male because like the ears look like massive horns.
Yeah, but no, it's a girl.
Yeah, it definitely is a girl. And there we have DontBaguMe. He has finished with a time of 1 hour, 20 minutes and 25 seconds. Congratulations. Z just warping to the final boss. It was a very close race. Hopefully we're going to get Bagu joined so we can give him a quick interview.
The text was, I am Groot. Yeah, it will be like not even a 2-minute difference. Or maybe 2-3 minute difference.
I think it's about 3 minutes for the boss fight. You do have quite a lot of time to burn while you're doing the while you're waiting for the boss to become vulnerable.
Time to burn, like the cake solar is gonna burn me tomorrow? For my birthday? It's my birthday and he's playing Gaia tomorrow.
I thought you liked watching Solar play Gaia.
That's true. Okay, so again, planet hurt with the big face and acid rain.
It does look like that Bagu is waiting to join the broadcast, so we'll get to interview him momentarily. Congratulations, Bagu. How did you find that?
Thank you, Weldon. I thought for sure Z was gonna get me. I kept making mistakes. I kept dying. I'm rusty as all heck. It just shows how bad Z is, I think, is what it is, more than me
I'm
being...
so mad at you.
You know what I think did it for you?
What's that?
Noping out of Diamond Mine and not getting your Dark Friar.
Yeah, that was actually not by design. That was just me having an unfortunate death, and I'm like, forget it. I'll come back and get it later. And it ended up paying off.
Yeah, it really paid off for you.
I'll never
Oh, man.
forgive you for that.
Oh, is that why you're mad at me, Queenie?
Yes. I'm like,
Very
how
good.
is it that he noped out and won the game? But GG.
Honestly, I was
Thank you.
saying for the whole race that Z was ahead of you because you didn't have Fryer, and then I had to eat my words.
Very good. It
GG,
just goes to
seriously.
show just how, I mean, this randomizer is crazy. Lots of ways to do things.
Man, don't worry. I pointed out that you missed 3 times the switch in Grey Wall. Everyone knows, don't worry.
I know. That was, okay, that was embarrassing. Thanks for bringing that up.
Of course, Bagu. Everything for you.
I appreciate it. I feel the love. Oh man, what a crazy race. It looks like super close.
Super, super close. Z is about to get his final hit, so we will hopefully be able to have both him and Bagu in here.
There was
Indeed.
like 3 minutes difference also in the first race. And then there's 3 minute difference in this one. Wow.
Mhm.
Both very, very close races. Yeah, literally 3 minutes, 10 seconds difference between them. Incredible.
Yeah, thank you for playing today, Bagu. And thank you for making this rando, obviously, also.
Oh, it's all been my pleasure. Yeah, it's been one of the most fun things I've legitimately ever done in my life is working on this, and especially all the people that came on and are a part of the community. It's just really cool.
Oh, you're saying it's better than you're having your kids?
One of no, English is your second language, Queenie, but one of means different than the.
We have Z in the waiting room. Hopefully he'll be joining us momentarily as well. Commiseration, Z. Such a close race.
Hello. Yeah, very close. It was. It was such a gamble for me at the end. I was missing 3 red jewels, and I'm in pyramid. I have my mine keys, and I think, wait, I have to go through Inca. I have the 3 items in the diamond mine. Surely there must be 3 red jewels in there. What do I get? 1 single red jewel, a hieroglyph, another herb, another strength upgrade. Even on gold ship, it was just a stat upgrade. I was just gambling. Okay, in one of these checks there has to be 3 red jewels. I only got 1. I totally gambled it. I could have stayed in the pyramid, 1 more room, got the 2 red jewels there. It would have been GG, but I was missing those freaking red jewels at the end. I even had to dip into Angel Village because I was so starved of red jewels. It's infuriating. I totally gambled that away at the end.
Yeah.
Totally my fault.
I
It was
think
unfortunate.
you're gonna be even more infuriated when you see what Bagu did.
Yeah, Bagu had an unfortunate death and noped out of Diamond Mine. He never got his drop Fryer.
Oh, so did you get early Firebirds before all your
I
boss
did.
kills then? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did Fanger with my early Firebird, and
Oh,
then I
so
did.
then you didn't do Kastov then, right? Because Kastov was
No.
locked behind Tag Freya.
No, I did Solid Arm, and I did who else? Viper.
Viper. Where was the last crystal ball?
I don't
In
know.
the
I think
mansion.
Oh, yeah, of course, because you did mention early. You had to. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Okay,
I think
so-
I must have done Angel Village before you. That's why I had so many red.
Yeah. Had I stayed in the pyramid for 2 more rooms or 1 more room, I think that would have gone completely different. I was hesitating: do I stay here? Item density is better here. No, surely Inca won't disappoint me. Got disappointed by Inca.
Actually, there was you already had one of the red jewels from from Pyramid. There was only 1 more red jewel in there, and that was behind Hieroglyph 1.
So the
I
last
actually didn't
Yeah.
do the first room. I think I noped out before the first room.
No, I just noped out after the mine keys because I thought, yeah, still have all of Inca left. I still have all of the 3 checks upstairs in the diamond mine, right? And it was just another hieroglyph, another crystal ball, another strength upgrade, another hieroglyph, 3 more or 4 more herbs. It was just unfortunate. I gambled that away. I was intentionally staying away from Angel Village because I didn't want to climb down there again. I was like, okay, I'm going to commit to Angkor Wat as early as I can because I have Dark Freya, I have Spin Dash,
And we know that Aura's there. Yeah.
There was a hint about it. I only knew about Magic Dust.
No, there was a hint about it. Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
hint
I went
for
into
Aura.
I went into Angkor Wat, Crescent Angkor Wat before I went to Continent 1, so I might have missed some hints. I was Continent 2, and then I went straight into Crescent Angkor Wat because I wanted that Magic Dust. And yeah, then it was just like, okay, now you have the Aura. Now I do want to do these checks behind the Dark Freya if we get it so early. And then I was like, you could go. I was just thinking, yeah, you did Cress almost completely, you did Angkor Wat. You need to skip something. I don't want to skip the pyramid this time because, yeah, I was still missing the mine keys. So I was like, okay, we're gonna skip Angel Village and we're gonna find our red jewels. It's 42, right? You can skip a couple of stuff, but it just didn't
Cress
plan
gave me
out.
such a hard time. Cress gave me such a hard time.
I went straight into the Great Wall, died, noped out, went into Mu, made that, went back into the Great Wall, died again, and I was almost tilted, and then I was like, okay, fine, Great Wall, I'm gonna eat an herb here. You made me do it. And I was like, that was my start, so I was feeling behind most of the time.
Oh, that's why I noped out. That's why I noped out of Pyramid, because I got to room 2, and I realized that I had no room in my inventory. I had to jettison my 4 herbs that I had left over just to make room for the prison key. And so I didn't have room for the 2 items in room 1. And so I'm like, okay, well,
that was okay with me because usually when I take the item in room 5 and then you only have to warp up anyway, I put in all the hieroglyphs just to clear some space. So I was fine in inventory. I think I did 1 extra trip to. No, I didn't even. I went to Sky Garden to put in my 2 crystal balls, and when I did the Freya check, so it wasn't too out of the way, but it was just like super unlucky with the red jewels. I don't know if Mu would have had more of them because I only did the first check in Mu and then I noped out because I knew I was missing 1 red jewel and I had 3 more items in the Great Wall, so I was like, yeah, these items in the Great Wall, they're gonna be much faster than the 2 in Mu without slider. So I committed and then I got the red jewels and then I was like, yeah, I'm out. Give me Loda's letter. Get me out of this continent.
So we must have
You missed out on 3 red jewels, noping out of Mew as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I full cleared Mew pretty early. I mean, without Bald Spot, of course. But yeah, we must have had way different routing in this, just hearing you talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't. You committed to Mu then, I guess, to the dark space.
I did, yeah. Well, I mean, I went around because I had both Hope statues, but I didn't have sliders. Well, I guess I'm just running around the whole thing, so I went the long way.
I didn't have spin dash either, so I didn't think like I already died in the Great Wall once, so I wasn't feeling confident enough to do that in Mu. I was thinking like, yeah, maybe you can come back later, maybe you get, but I didn't have any Rama statues. If I had 1 Rama statue, maybe I would have done Mu instead of Angkor, but it wouldn't have made up 3 minutes of difference. No, I don't think. I think it might have been closer, but I think that would have gone to you either way.
Well, you know, the worst part about this, Z, is that you have to fight Suberscar tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be an all German semi-final.
Yeah, it'll be great. And I mean, I was so impressed with his playing. I know I said that a lot when I was commentating, but that's going to be a tough race to beat, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we had practice races together because, you know, both Germans, our time zones match up a lot. I think we were on tournament settings, we were very evenly matched. So that's definitely, it's not going to be just an automatic win for either of us, I think. He's definitely has the skill. He's been doing all these strats and tricks, and the boss kills are so clean. So I think it's going to come down to decision making, and in the randomizer, you can always make a good decision or have like a gut feeling that tells you, I'm going to go here instead of here, right? You have two options that are equally good in items, and you just decide I go here first, and that can sometimes make a difference. So I think it's going to be a thrilling semifinal, and then it's going to be a more exciting final even, because Solar just showed everybody what he can do without practice. So now that he's gotten the feel for it again, maybe he can even put up a bigger performance in the final tomorrow. And then there's you, who's got this win and was always talking down, oh no, I'm not gonna win, and now you did. So now maybe there's a chance we see a new champion tomorrow, because in 5 years we had 5 different champions. So
That's
in
cool.
4 years we had 4 different champions. So let's make it 5 out of 5. So that would mean Saboska or DontBaguMe are due for the title.
All right. Well, you heard that,
so
folks.
we will
That
see
means
that tomorrow at noon, I believe, the
Yes.
first race.
Yes, the
That's
semifinal
right.
will take place at noon Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and the final will be right after. It's scheduled for 2 p.m., but depending on how the semifinals go, we might have to schedule it back like half an hour or something, just to make sure the racers have enough time to set up and everything. So it's going to be the semifinals and then the finals right after, basically, with a short break.
And right now on the screen, you can see the prize for the tournament made
Oh.
possible by the monitor. And thank you, SO5Z, for taking up my place and continuing this tournament. So this year, it's all thanks to Z that you can watch this and win this beautiful prize. Thank you, Z.
You're welcome, and I'm really, really happy how this prize turned out. I had a vague idea, but as always with Link, you tell him your vague idea, and he suddenly, hey, I was thinking something like this, and oh my god, this is even more amazing than I had imagined it. And I think it's fitting we have Samlet as the centerpiece, who is the mascot of our randomizer, and we had a Samlet seat today, so I'm very happy.
And thank you,
Right.
Walden, for commentating with me.
Thank you for commentating with me.
And again, thank you, Bagu, for doing this rando.
Fun. It's fun. Happy to do it.
And congratulations, you two. We'll see you both tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, Bagu. Bring it on.
Oh, wait. Hey, Solar.
I hear
What's
a
that music? What's that
I hear a
music?
bald man. I hear a bald man screaming for his last hooray.
The solar is behind me.
The glare is coming through the microphone. I can actually hear it bouncing off the dome.
So be there tomorrow, and thank you, Final Fantasy Randomizer, for hosting us this year. Thank you very much. Our first year with you and guys, and we really appreciate the help behind all of this. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Let's do it.
See you all tomorrow.